Listen, it is the utmost that you read this book because this is the time of the year now that should be festive, but we do know that some seniors are alone right now, and this is the time that depression set in. For other people it's a joyous occasion, for others it isn't, and that's why we have you, because you got this book out and you got things that you're doing that help the seniors out. Let them know, because how did I put it one time? You're retired, but not tired. Does that make any sense?
That makes sense.
So many think that when you get retired, you sit in a recliner and you rock yourself. I'm gonna say this: you rock yourself to death. When there's a lot of being a senior is the second time getting out doing things. I know me and my wife, we take advantage during the day going out to restaurants are jam packed at 7 o'clock, or on the weekends we go during the week. And it's so much fun during the week. We come home and we're set. We sit back, may sit on the patio in the evening time on the weekends, invite a few friends over. But it's hectic out there for seniors right now.
It's hectic. Is that what you said? It's
Yes,
hectic?
it's hectic for.
Yes. Um, yeah, we as seniors, because of our response, takes a little longer to respond when we're driving. Nerves might get a little shorter because of all the noise that you find in the restaurants. Yeah, it's good to get out and do some of those things during the day. It's a little bit safer. At night, sometimes it's hard to see when you're driving. And so, yeah, I like that you all get out during the day, during the week. You can still do the same things, just make a little adjustment so that you still have something to look forward to every day, something to enjoy and make you feel that energy called life. So, yeah, that's great.
So, you got some things up your sleeve, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Starting January 9th, we being myself and Michelle Hoffman, we are doing a free workshop on Meetup, and it's called Love and Soulmates, Rediscovering Love at Any Age. We have it on January 9th because that's the new year. And as you said, during the holidays, seniors tend to be alone, but this will give people something to look forward to. It won't cost anything but their time to get out and find out how to rediscover love. And so we're going to cover online dating, your first dates, how to make the transition from dating to relationship, some self assessment stuff. As you know, over time, your values and priorities change. And we're going to do some little exercises and then talk about some of the real life challenges as a senior, how it's different. But also, we're going to talk about for younger folks also some of the things that can happen in relationships. Some things do stay the same,
Yeah.
but for seniors, it's mostly about the priorities and values because at 60 or 70, you have some different concerns than you would have at 30 or 40. So we'll be doing that. There'll be an opportunity for question and answers. And so, again, that's going to be January 9th, 8 p.m. on Meetup, and I'll have it on my Facebook page so you can tap in and reserve your space.
That is a good thing. So they got things to look forward to after the holidays, and what a way to start off the new year on a good foot like that. Because you may meet somebody and it could carry on, and you don't have to sit back and be lonely.
That's right. And even during the holidays, that's what I wanted to talk about too. There's so many things that you can do as a single person so that you're not sitting at home by yourself. Families tend to forget about single people in general. And so if you are going to have a family outing, don't forget those single people. Don't forget those seniors that may not have an invitation to join a family or be with family. Some seniors don't have very much family left, and that's why they're by themselves, or because our society is so mobile, they may have family that's a distance and it's difficult for them to travel either way. So, some of the things that can be done, there are some restaurants that are having some wonderful specials for the Thanksgiving day. Also, if you don't feel like going out to eat, invite another single friend over, and a lot of restaurants are doing where you can order and they'll have it delivered,
Yeah.
which is nice. Then you don't have to cook. But doing things like order a movie on Netflix or Prime Video that you haven't seen in a while, a lot cheaper than going to the movies, or get out and go to the movies. Maybe make the initiative and call some friends and say, hey, let's have a girls' night out or a guys' night or gay guys' day with the football games because there'll be football games going on. And generally, that's a guy thing, but a lot of women like football too. But, you know, reach out to others and don't just sit and wait on the invitation. We're also I've also found out that on Thanksgiving, a lot of the churches are having special dinners and
Right.
they're focusing on their seniors so that they're not alone. And then again, the military's there, and there's a lot of military folks that are here by themselves. Open up your home and host dinner for them. It's a sense of purpose, a sense of giving, and everybody wins because you might make some new friends and get adopted as a grandparent or an auntie or
Yeah.
an uncle. So there are a lot of creative things that we can do during the holidays. The other thing is, if you don't want to do all of those things, get away. There's some great cruises and they have some last minute specials going on now, especially for seniors and solo travelers. I mean, you can go to the Bahamas, you can go to Hawaii, Alaska, transatlantic, Greece. I've been looking at them myself, and some of them are as low as $250
Whoa.
for a 4-day cruise. Now it's down to the Bahamas because it's a quick turnaround, but it's out of Galveston
Mm.
and you meet people on the cruise ship. So that's been fun. Also found out some of the all-inclusives down in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Belize. Some of those places are doing some specials for seniors. So there's a lot of stuff to do. You don't have to sit home by yourself.
We went on one in Dominican Republic, and it was all exclusive. You didn't have to even leave the place. Everything was there for you, and it was nice, and how they set up everything. When we went, um, just to let everybody know, you could get a plate. We had a chef that came out and cooked breakfast for us every morning,
Hmm.
and then on Saturday they came over and did a barbecue for you. They cooked everything. See, a lot of people don't realize when you pay for that, you're paying for everything. All food, I'm gonna say adult beverages, all that is all that is included, and no money come out your pocket unless you want a tip. But other than that, you go to a place like that, especially for seniors, it is a blessing. And also, if you don't feel like walking, they let you get a golf cart to drive around. So those
Yes.
those things are nice, and the weather was beautiful down there at that time. We went in April, and the reason
Hmm.
why I went in April before hurricane season, and,
Right,
and,
right.
and
Well,
yeah,
that's done now, so it's a good time to go again.
yeah, and the weather is beautiful down there year round.
That's right. That's right. I love going to the Dominican, and it sounds like one of the all-inclusives I went to. And, it's real similar to a cruise, except you're on land. All the foods you can eat, all the drinks you can drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and activities right there, like Spanish lessons and dance lessons,
Mm,
jewelry making. There is stuff to keep you busy every day. And I like that you can say, well, I only want to go for 3 days, or I want to go for 2 weeks, however much time you want. It's flexible. So you're not
Yeah.
stuck to somebody else's schedule, but you still get the benefits of a cruise with all the food and drinks and the pools and the service. Like you were saying, I stayed in the VIP and we had our own butler. We had the same kind of thing where the chef came and fixed our meals for us. I mean, it was just really a treat. And during this time when people get depressed, it helps when someone can feel special and treated that way and taken care of. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the all inclusives are really nice.
Yeah. You just mentioned something right there, people being depressed and stuff, even though this is a time of year. What can people do to help out the seniors? Like if they're in assisted living, because in assisted living, they always got activities going on, but some don't get out and go anywhere because they just feel so like, woe is me, nobody care about me. What can we do to get them out of that funk, to get them to let them know, come on out, go with us? I mean, besides dragging them out by their hair saying let's go, but it's got to be a way. Is there any groups out there that can go and talk to the individuals what's going on and how they can help them?
Oh, yeah, a lot of groups, service organizations, and members of the D9, the sororities and fraternities, they all have programs designed to go and visit the seniors in the living assisted. My particular chapter is going to be calling the numbers at a bingo and shirts at the Senior Citizens Center to get people out. Just a visit. Go visit someone, call the facility and say, hey, who hasn't had visitors? And see if they'll okay you to come and visit. And just a visit with a card or some flowers, or, find out what their favorite beverage is and just go
Yeah.
visit with them is a gift in itself. So there's a lot of things you can do as an individual, but there are organizations that get out and visit the seniors in the living assisted facilities.
Yeah, because I have a nonprofit called Ask the Lonely. And when we do your show, I make sure that it's on Ask the Lonely because I got a lot of people going on there. And my slogan is, "You are not alone." What I plan on doing is try to bridge the youth and the seniors together. The reason why I'm doing that is you don't want to know that senior later on as an ancestor. You need to know them right now because there is a wealth of knowledge coming from the seniors. And on top of that, some of the seniors are scared of new technology. But if you get the youth and seniors together to teach each other, man, this could go. It could just blow up because there's nothing wrong with seniors. I think some are afraid of changes. But if you explain to them what the changes are and how they benefit from it, I think that's the key, is to educate the seniors on the benefit of the changes coming on. This will benefit you. And so I'd like to get those two groups together somewhere down the line so they could talk to each other, maybe start a partnership with them.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be great because yeah, I think it's human nature to be resistant to change. And also, how do I put all, I can't imagine how, when you say mail, I'm thinking what's in the mailbox, but you're talking about what's in the email. How do I get an email? How do I get into my email? How do I manage it? And then there's the spamming and the scamming, and seniors don't always know the difference and what to look for. So that's quite an educational process, which some seniors are like, I don't know if I can learn it. But yes, if you have a brain, you can learn it.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit because some things are slower. I think I've told you before when I went to school, a leadership school in the Army, and it was all these young leaders in their 30s and 40s, and I was in my 60s. And learning is a different process at this stage. I caught up and I kept up, but it was something else. I was shocked at how I had to learn differently. I learned it,
Hmm.
but it was different. I really had to study. And so letting them know that you have the patience to go through that process and help seniors learn is a big gift in itself. So getting out there, I think it's a great idea to get the youth and the seniors together, because they do help each other. It's a great benefit. And, for our community, getting out there and talking to coaches or therapists is part of a healthy mental health status.
Yeah.
And you talk about fearful, some of our seniors think, well, if I go talk to somebody, that means I'm crazy. No, it just means that you have someone that can be objective, that you can share everything with, let it all out, and then they can assist you and help you find some resolutions to what's bothering you. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's this, it's just, I'm lonely and I don't know what to do. And have someone to talk you through it and give you some suggestions. That's great mental health. And our community really needs to get out there and experience it. I've been online dating, and one of the things I do online is I ask all these questions. And one guy said, "Oh, I didn't know I had to go through an interview just to talk to you." Well, it wasn't an interview, it was a way for me to find out, where are you with your priorities, with your values, with your mental health. And then once I explained that, they were like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, mental health processes, mental health opportunities is something that's really kind of new to our community. We've really been trying to push it, from celebrities to the professionals, to
Yeah.
get our community out there and get some assistance with the mental health aspect.
And you are so right about that. The mental health aspect. Let people know that your faculties are in place and they know what they're doing because um, to me, the worst thing you could do is don't know that person. Don't know them at all. Like me, for instance, I say I have type 2 diabetes. I let my closest friend know, and I let them know if you will see me doing something, and that means my sugar level is low. So that's why I keep certain things around me when I need it. I haven't had to do any of that stuff for one time because I make sure I'm eating right, doing everything right. But you got to let people know, especially when it come down to now. Let's face it, we're seniors, we're out there, and our body is not what it used to be. We can't live that Al Bundy and say, I back in 1973 I ran 6 touchdowns and one. No, you're not that anymore. Because sometimes
Uh-uh.
we get out there and think we can still do it. And all of a sudden you laying on the ground and threw out a hip or something. So, we have to be cautious on what we do and let everybody know what's going on with your life. So if you meet somebody and you think it's going to be, even though if you're going to become just friends, they should know some of your medical stuff that's going on so they know what to look out for. That's not, how can I put it? That's not making them feel sorry for you. That's making them know, like, hey, you, my friend, I trust you. This is what's going on with me. So you anywhere like that, and like you said, change. Some seniors don't want to tell nobody anything because you know what? It's none of your business what's going on. And I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand that completely. But if you out in the public, in the open, you at least want to have a couple of close friends around to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's something that's been difficult in our community, is to open up and be vulnerable. And that relates to the relationships that we have. It's okay to be open and vulnerable. I'm not saying with just anybody, but you meet somebody, you're getting along, you think, like you say, it might be at least a friendship. Share information about you. At this age, like we joked before, our social life surrounds going to the doctor, making sure our medications are up to date, and we talk about it. It's okay. We know that things are not the same as they were in the 20s. You can still look good and feel good, but also with the mental health, share information, share it with your children, share it with your friends. Because, like you say, in our community, high blood pressure and diabetes is very prevalent. And so let folks know, hey, if I start getting cranky or I look like I'm about to pass out, get some sugar in me, give me some
Yeah.
orange juice or honey or something, so people know what to do to help you. And so in our community, we do need to be a little more open, a little more vulnerable about what's going on with us, and sharing information. That is a great feeling mentally when you know people around you care about you, and if something happens, they'll know what to do to help you. So yeah, opening up and being vulnerable is really key to good mental health.
And the other key word in there is trust. You have to. I tell everybody I still have a trust issue on some things, and I've learned how to cope with that because when you get burned, um, I think it's instinct or human instinct that you don't trust anybody anymore, or that particular demographic. You don't want to trust them anymore. But in order for you to move on and survive, you have to learn how to trust over again. But trust, be cautious at the same time, because when you lay down everything, you get very vulnerable, and a lot of seniors are very vulnerable. That's the reason I take advantage of them on the phone and all that other stuff that they come up with, because there's no such thing as free money, and they take a lot of seniors for that. So that's why some of them get burned and they got a trust issue. They don't want to leave the house. They don't want to do anything because they got burned. They think the same thing gonna happen again. So that goes along with mental health. So how can we go about that to have them open up again, trusting people again?
Yeah, that's something I've found with people that I work with is that something happened and it may have happened way back. And because of that, they don't want to get out. They don't want to try dating again. They don't want to risk being in love again. And there's fear there, and you have to get rid of the fear in order to trust again. I think that's one of the reasons we haven't had a lot of people sign up for the dating game that we want to do. I've talked to a few people, and again, it's that trust factor, that fear. Yeah, the body has changed, but you're still beautiful. You're still God's creation. And getting over that helps you to get to trust. You know, things that happened in the past, we really can't do anything about anything per se. We're not in control. So letting the past go is difficult for some people. uh, Fear to look forward is difficult. And some people, it's hard to stay in the present. When you talk to them, it's constantly like that Al Bundy thing. This is what I did when I played football back in high school. Okay,
Yeah.
but you're not in high school no more. So let's talk about what you're doing now. The fact that you woke up this morning is a major, major thing. And it's a day that you can use to contribute and make someone else's life better. When we give like that, it always improves mental health. You don't want to give everything of yourself, but giving and getting out and being a part of the community is important. And as you get out, you'll learn to trust more. You will find there are some really good people out there.
Yeah.
I talked about being online. There's some crazy people on there. I can't even begin to describe. There are a bunch of crazy weirdos out there. However, there are also some very nice people out there. I have talked to some guys that I am just amazed. They're willing to take the risk. Sometimes it's just the distance factor, but the guys, they're wanting to find love too. So you do have to, where they say, kiss a lot of frogs to find the prince.
Hmm.
But if you know that there are good, decent people out there, and again, in this workshop we're going to talk about how to connect with others, how to kind of sort out, okay, this is what I'm looking for in a relationship, how to make that transition from dating to relationship. It's a process. So you may not connect with that first person, But if you keep at it, you will find someone that you can connect with and learn to trust again. Nobody's perfect, and it is a process, and it is craziness out there. But going into it, knowing all of that, keep your patience and your heart open, and it will come, and trustworthiness will come, and getting rid of the fear will come. It's just that you have to take that first step, and maybe you need some help with the coaching or with some counseling, but it's out there for you. You were talking about how the body doesn't respond anymore like it used to. There's a program called the Golden Bachelorette, and she started out with 24 guys. And one of the things that they did in the process of the show is that they got out there and they played kickball. Those guys thought they were in shape and they weren't. They were falling, they were getting hurt. They showed them the next day with ice packs on them and all of that because
Wow.
they just really overdid it. But the fact that they got out there, the fact that they were willing to play is what's important. So I say get out there, play, have fun, give yourself grace, give the other people grace, and you will find that there are people out there that you can trust. We really do have good people out there in the world, but they're, kind of like you. They're sitting back saying, "Oh, I don't know if I can get out." But if
Hmm.
you get out, you will find them. They are there.
Well, I make sure I get out. I remember it was one year my granddaughter's birthday. She wanted to go roller skating. So we go out there and she said, "Okay, Grandpa, let me show you how it's done. You come out here, I want you to do this and do that." And I pretend like I was falling and she grabbed me. "No, no, Grandpa, do like this, do like that." Well, when her back was turned, I took off. She didn't know back in the days I roller skated all over the place. And I went out there, spun around, did this, did the weave, did all that. So she looked
Uh-huh.
at me, she said, "I didn't know you could roller skate." I said, "You didn't ask." I get out
That
there.
was what we did
Yeah,
back in the day. We'd
yeah.
go to the roller rink and skate.
That's what we
Yeah.
did. I get out there and play basketball with them. And my grandson said, "You too old to play basketball." I said, "All right, let's play up to 10." And they said, "Okay." And so, yeah, he beat me 3 out of 2, well, 2 out of 3. But that one game I got him on, it was the last game. He said, "Grandpa," I said, "Well, I was scoping you out and see what your weakness was. Then I found out what it was. I burned your butt, didn't I?" But I get out there with them, and like I said, I bowl twice a week. I try to get out there, be active. I'm doing things out in the community. It's just being active, and that's what seniors need to know. You need to get out there and be active. Go to your church, find out what they got going on. There's places you could go to, and I understand being scared. I understand that, and I think, who cares who like you, don't like you? Go out there for yourself. Forget them. You remember, you going out for yourself, not to be liked.
That's right. That's right. I have Wednesdays as me day. I do whatever I want to do on Wednesdays, be it sleep, be it go get me something at the restaurant. I will go out and eat by myself. I'll go get a massage, get my nails did, get my hair did, and so that's my day every week on Wednesdays. I might go walking, exercise, but that's a day for me. And so that's one of the things I do for my mental health because we all get depressed. And like you said, the holidays are coming up. And, if you don't do the quote family thing, the Norman Rockwell family thing,
Yeah.
people to know, "Oh, woe is me." But you have friends, there are people out there. And if you don't have friends, then get out and meet friends. There's a lot to do. There's senior citizen rec centers, there's, as you said, churches, there's organizations. There's really no reason to sit at home and be lonely. There's a
Yeah.
lot out there. There's the meetups. If you go on Facebook, there's all kind of groups for seniors, and they do little activities. They go out for brunch, and all you have to do is be a member of that group. You may not know anybody, but their purpose is so that people can get out and meet other people with, things they like to do, and not be at home by
Hmm.
themselves.
They got senior bowling. I'm a part of League with Senior. I'm a part of photography group. Now that is one thing I like doing. Getting up early in the morning, just get in my vehicle, go drive. Sometimes we all meet somewhere and go out and we sit down and take pictures, compare the pictures, and activities like that. It doesn't have to be strenuous. To me, going out, taking photos is like I can't describe it. So relaxing to do that because you're one on one with nature. You're one on one doing things. As a photographer, you see things that some people don't see. And so when you go out and do it, and then you compare the pictures together. I remember I was down in Del Rio, Texas. It was a sanctuary down there with exotic animals and birds and stuff. People would pay big money to go out there. So I went out there, and the guy that was there, he was funny. He said, "So this is your camera guy?" I said, "Yeah, okay, okay." So I started taking the pictures and all that stuff. So I showed him one picture. He said, "Man, I gotta have this picture right here." I said, "Why is that?" "I got people out here that spends 20, 30, $40,000 on lenses and cameras. But yet, I'm not saying your lens is cheap. You got a good Canon lens, but you capture something the guy's been trying to capture for a long time." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Look how you focus and how you got everything. I got a picture of two birds flying. There was cardinals. One was a male, one was a female." And he said he has never seen that before. And that made me feel good. But that's just sitting down relaxing. And another thing that's good relaxing is fishing. Even though you don't catch anything, just sitting out there relaxing and fishing. So there's some of the things that you could do to just relax and just take in the moment.
Yeah, there's Texas Department of Wildlife and Parks. They have classes. They teach you how to fish. They teach you how to find the good places to fish. They give you a lot of safety tips. And it's all free. They will even loan you the fishing reels and rods so you can go out. And if you want to go kayaking, they have kayaking classes where you can go out and fish and be in a kayak. So you can go in some of those small places, little creeks and rivers and things like that. They even teach you the type of fish that are out there. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just amazing and it's all free. And all you have to do is call them and they'll set up a class or let you know where a class is going to be. Every February, they have a kids fishing out in, oh gosh, what is that city that's out there? They have a lot of German, just left my brain. Anyway, the Parks and Recreation, they have free fishing for the kids, but they're also asking for seniors to come out and work with the children. And that's a free day. Well, I'm sorry, I think it's $2 for per family to go out there because they provide the fishing, the rods and reel, the bait, everything, and they teach everybody how to fish.
Yeah.
So I'll get the name of the place. It's at a one of the hotels out there, Casterville, that's where it is.
Okay.
And it's a full day for the family. So there are things like that free. Texas
Mm.
Wildlife and Parks, they have free stuff where you can go to the parks and camp. They'll teach you how to camp, how to build a fire. And again, it's all free. They want to get people outdoors with nature, as you were saying, but it's with the Texas Wildlife and Parks Division. And you just call them and say, "Where's the next class going to be? Where's the next camping opportunity where we can learn?" They give you the tents, they give you the cots, they give you the cooking stuff. I mean, everything is free. All you have to do is show up. So there's a lot of opportunity to commune with nature, to learn how to do some things maybe you haven't done before, and it doesn't cost you anything, but just to get there in your time.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a lot of things out there for the seniors, and we need to get things together right there so they know what to do. Maybe the first year I'll come up with something, some type of um, I don't know, just things that's out there for the seniors to go to and do. I do know one thing. I got to do research on this. If you a member of Amazon Prime, and Amazon does a lot of movies nowadays. If one is shown at the movies, you could get in free,
Right.
and not only free, the refreshments are free. Now I seen that the other day. I got to do research into that because I'm a member. I see me all the time. I go to the movies free. If it's
Yeah,
but it's got to be an Amazon movie. You just can't go to any movie. You got to do your research and
right.
find out which ones are what. But you'd be surprised how many movies Amazon is involved with.
Yeah, and the next thing is there's a lot of movie theaters that on Mondays they have senior days. There's a couple of them I think do it on Tuesday, but some of them do it on Monday. It's $5 to get in and $5 for a special snack package that they have. $10. You get
Mm,
snacks, you drink, and you get to see the movie. So, and that's a big, big discount these days. You know,
yeah.
I've heard of people going to the movies and paying 50, $80 just to go to the movies. And, $10 is not a bad deal. And it gets you out, and they have showings during the day if you don't want to fight the traffic.
Yeah.
So just, look at some of the local theaters and see when they offer the Seniors Day. And that's a treat you can do just to get out the house.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw something in there. I'm with this organization. I helped them out on Ball Hogs, which is barbecue place on Houston Street. They opened up another place called the Good Hood. Well, they do nothing but hamburgers, and I do karaoke there. And
Oh,
I am surprised how many seniors show up to the karaoke and sing. And so
oh,
I have one coming up November 30th.
okay.
There it's outdoor karaoke, and it's a beautiful setup to have. Is at what is it at 1212 Geever here in San Antonio. So I'll be out there again on the 30th, and we had some seniors that came out there, and I tell you what, the voices on them will just blow you away, and they have so much fun sitting there just singing, and not only singing, they're networking, talking to other people out there, and everything. So to me, that's a good cause. So I'm gonna push that real hard on for November 30th to get more
What
seniors out
time?
there. It's from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's during the daytime.
1 to 5 at Good Hood.
It's called Good Hood. It's located at 1212 Geever Road, North
Oh,
Geever,
okay.
North Geever.
Yeah. All right, 1 to 5, twelve
Mm-hmm.
12 North Gevers, the Good Hood. And it's November 30th. I'm gonna have to go and check it out. I don't do
Yeah.
karaoke, but I'll go and, sing softly in the background.
I'll tell you what you can be. I got a friend of mine. She said, I don't sing, but I'm a professional clapper.
Yes, I can clap for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those are some things I like doing. Eventually, I want to. I still trying to find a senior living place where I can set up my music on Fridays afternoons for a couple hours and play some music. So that's my next step going forward. In the first of the year, to find a couple places to do it at on Fridays. So that's one thing I want to do and play the old school music. I got what they need. They want some 50s, even 40s. I got all that music.
That
So
doo-wop music.
yep. You want it, I got it. I even let them give me a playlist.
Oh,
And
nice.
if they come up with a playlist, I guarantee I have all those songs when it's time for me to set up and start playing music.
All right. All right. That's awesome. So, see, the holidays are coming up. You've already got something planned for the 30th. There's a lot of movies and free movies out there, inexpensive movies. So, there's a lot of things to do to get out there and have great holidays. And, like you said, the churches are doing things for seniors, you know, and here in Texas, the weather's going to be pretty decent. You can
Yeah.
pretty much guess that the weather will be decent and just get out there and start to meet people, and you'd be surprised at how many people out there enjoy doing the same kinds of things like your karaoke.
Yeah.
Like my workshop is going to be after the holidays,
There
but
you
it's going
go.
to start the new year on the right foot, learning how to get out there and date and be in relationships and do it safely, and to keep hope alive, because you
Yeah.
can find love again. I like to watch the reality shows, and the Golden Bachelorette, she found love again. She was a widow and she found love again. if she can find love again, so can other people. It's
Right.
out there. This time in our lives, we have so much we can contribute to society. We take care of ourselves, and it'd be wonderful to enjoy that with a partner. So,
Yeah.
and oh, I want to talk about the dating show. They are going to have a dating show for seniors called Pop the Balloon. It started out on Facebook, and they line up people. So, like it'll be one guy and it'll be several women. When the guy comes out, then if they don't like the guy, they'll pop the balloon. So, as long as the balloon is held, that means they're interested, and they interview the person, and eventually gets down to one or two balloons that aren't popped. And I just saw another session where they had a senior lady, and the balloons didn't pop for a long time. So it meant the guys were interested, which tells you guys are still interested in dating. They
Yes.
want to get out there, they don't want to be lonely. So they've had a little bit of experience with Pop the Balloon, but they did open it up to seniors. And I think they're coming to San Antonio. They may have already been here, but San Antonio has seniors. That's what the message is. And
Yeah.
so getting over that fear, getting out there and taking the risk. And these women that were on Pop the Balloon, they're beautiful. And I don't mean beautiful like the hourglass figure, but they had beautiful attitudes, wonderful sense of humor. And the guys liked that. And they got dates. Now, where it's going to go, we don't know, but they
Mm.
got dates. And people are out there looking for love.
Yeah, they are. You'd be surprised. You know, something just occurred to me. I'm a after the show, I'm gonna give you a phone number to somebody. I'm just gonna text both y'all together. So I need for y'all to at least talk to each other. She basically does the same thing that you're doing, and she's been sending people on dates, filming it, and everything. And she was on the show about 4 months ago, and her name is Rose. I don't know if you know her, but I think y'all might be able to collaborate and do something.
That'd be great. That'd
You
be
know,
great.
it just dawned on me as you was talking. It just, you know how things just pop in your head out of nowhere. And I am just amazed when I'm sitting down there talking. I think of other people I had in the past as a guest, because I'm almost past 200 interviews
Wow.
on my YouTube channel, and it's amazing.
Nice.
I go back and look at it. I said, man, I need to get these two together. I need to do this together. I need to get a panel together and like have maybe 4 or 5 people on a show doing things. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm rambling on now, but that
Okay.
just came to my mind. I think that is somebody that
Was
it,
that Rose with the nonprofit?
um
We went out and did the voting thing at that Saturday event.
no, no, not
Is
that one.
that Rose?
No, not
Okay,
that one. It's a different Rose.
okay.
It's a different one, and I'll get
Put us
together.
together, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely do that and everything. All right. In closing, talk about what you're gonna do January 9th again, and how can they get a hold of you. And I tell everybody,
January 9th.
yeah. And before you go, I'm gonna let everybody know now. January 21st is a very important day, and I do take gift cards. That's my birthday. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, well, mine's February 9th as far as that goes.
Oh, okay. We got it going on now. So that
I'm
means
telling
that
you.
means you Aquarius too.
Yes, sir. I most definitely am.
See
Yes.
that's why we unique. Are you left-handed?
No, I'm
Oh,
right-handed.
we were almost getting there because I'm a lefty, but that's all right. I'm not mad at you.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, January 9th, 1 to 3, we're going to have a meetup. And that's something else. Meetup is really, really good. You find people that have similar interest. So on Meetup, January 9th, you can look on my Facebook under my name, Charlene Smith, or Senior Seeking Soulmate for the details and register for it. It's free. We're going to talk about self-assessment, values clarification, how to make that transition from dating to relationship, how to date safely, and it's for any age. It's called Love and Soulmates, Rediscovering Love at Any Age. So we're open to all age groups. Me and Michelle Hoffman are going to be facilitating the group. And Meetup is a good resource if you're wanting to meet people for friendship or hobbies or finding love. So that'll be a great way to start the new year out. In the meantime, you can get my book on Amazon, Senior Seeking Soulmate. I have a website, seniorseekingsoulmate.com. You can email me at 60seekingsoulmate@gmail.com and get in contact with me. So there's a lot of ways to contact me if you're interested in coaching. And I think that's all my ways to contact me.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show. Um, we'll do the Zoom every other week to
Yeah.
get things out there because we definitely want to talk about more of this coming up on January 9th and talk about more about seniors in the holiday season.
Can I share and show that little flyer I have right quick?
Okay, let me put the get the share up. Oh, not that one. No, can I do?
Okay, I sent you a request.
Okay, I see it. Did you get it back?
Yep, I
Okay.
got it. And is it sharing? There we go.
I don't see anything. There we go.
There it is.
There it
It just
is.
popped up. Love and Soulmates, Rediscovering Love at Any Age on the 9th of January. Uh, if you go to the meetups, you can join and RSVP. So we're looking forward to people joining us. Okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know what's happening with there we go. Okay, so I am going to stop my
All
share
right.
there.
If you
Thank
see,
you, and I'll send that to you, and you can put that up from time to time and
I
remind
sure will. I will post that as soon as you send it to me.
me. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Smith. We appreciate you coming on board all the time. It's a pleasure and joy talking to you because um, you bring hope to the seniors. You bring
Thank you.
hope.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And anybody want to give feedback, have questions, something they want us to talk about, they can contact you and we can talk about it and get it on the air.
All right, y'all could text the questions or talk about it. 210-461-8034. Also, the next show we'll have the phone lines open up. You could call in at 210-461-8034.
All right. Great, great, great. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, you too. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye
Okay, bye.
bye.
Recording stop.
All right, everybody. That was Dr. Charlene Smith here on WSAN Radio. We appreciate her coming on board. So, other than that, we'll catch everybody first thing tomorrow morning, bright and early at 10 o'clock on